Hey everyone, it is Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well today. It is the 14th of December of 2016, and I hope you're all doing well today. For those of you who missed my video on Monday, I did a great new news story this week about some dinosaur DNA that was found. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, I noticed that a lot of my videos are not coming up in people's feeds, and it's happening to me a lot. So if you're interested in finding out about the news stories that I put out on Mondays and Fridays, please check the playlist on my YouTube channel called The News You Need with Stasha Erickson. It's a very interesting article, and I wanted to make sure that all of you guys checked that out. So it is that time again for a read along, and I know everybody was saying, "Come back, we miss you." And I have glowing face here today because I'm in Norway, and if you know anything about Norwegian sun, it is intense. I actually have a totally blacked out curtain in front of my face, and it's still this bright. You should see when I move the curtain, it's insane. We have our Yule tree back there, which is known as, most of you call a Christmas tree, but in Norway we say God Jul, which means Merry Christmas or Good Yule. We don't really say Christmas here in Norway. But there's our Yule tree. We were decorating that the last couple of nights here with the family and just doing some small traditions. And I'm getting ready to go on vacation actually for the Christmas holidays. So before I get into the Diary of an Asset giveaway and read along today, I just want to let everybody know that this coming Friday, which is the 16th, I will be closing down Fiverr for my vacation mode. So if you'd like to get mini readings, which are readings between like $5 and $10, go to my Fiverr profile page, which I'll put in the description box below, and go ahead and place your orders anytime between now and like midnight on Friday the 16th, midnight Pacific time. So when I wake up Saturday morning, I will be officially in vacation mode on Fiverr. Now I do have a website, stashaerickson.com, where I also offer readings as well. There's like a tab on my website that says readings. So if you get this video after the 15th and you'd still like to order a reading from me, you still can order them all winter long through my website. There's a little bit more of a delay for your delivery, but it usually only takes like 1 to 2 weeks to get your reading in the end. So I'm just letting you all know I'm still doing readings the next couple days on Fiverr, but I will be closing it down for vacation mode, possibly for about 2 weeks because I have more writing to do. I'm writing another animal book. I'm also working on the Mandela Effect book, and I also have some other surprises of things I'm not going to give away. But I have a lot of writing that I need to do over this holiday season, so that's what I'll be focusing on. But thank you to everybody who has been subscribing, leaving comments. Thank you to anybody who is resubscribing. I'm losing subscribers still every single day. My content isn't changing, so it has to be YouTube. Some people got frustrated with me that I mentioned PewDiePie on Monday morning about YouTube channels being blocked. I just want everyone to understand I'm not like watching YouTube gaming videos, but I do know who PewDiePie is. I live in Norway. Sweden's just right next door. And it was pretty rare to know that a young kid from Sweden could have the largest amount of YouTube subscribers in the whole world. 50 million subscribers is very impressive. You got to do a lot to keep people interested in you for such a long period of time. So it's not like I was praising the kid or bashing the kid. I just was pointing out that even the largest YouTube channel on all of YouTube has been putting out videos over the past couple weeks and really begging YouTube to stop doing whatever they're doing to censor everybody. YouTube Red might have a lot to do with this. They've brought in a monthly subscription service where you pay $10 a month and YouTube will remove all ads and videos from your channel and from your viewing that you watch. But then, what do you do here? It's like, where is the freedom of the internet? It's really gone. So that's my little 2 cents for the week. If you like a reading, go ahead and grab one while you can. But now I need to get on to reading the book. So, Diary of an Asset, I've been doing many giveaways. And for the giveaway that I've landed on today, the winning number was winning number 77. And I had 2 winners here. I had my friend Vesna, who I've known for many years. And I have a new friend here by the name of Tony Spurrier, if I spelt that right. Okay, I should have sent you guys your books already. And we're going to go ahead and read page 77 that both of you landed on. So it says, women may never receive the credit that they deserve in this patriarchal society. We are in a society where social arrangements are intended to make women invisible. Their opinions are hardly respected. Our languages are sexist and unfair to women. Women experience social relegation and aching emotions by the treatment they receive from their male counterparts. I believe the society should be constructed on fairness, equity, and equality. Despite the criticism that trailed my YouTube video, I've made a decision that I will never give up on exposing the lies that have been created about us. I want to make these secrets public, to make the world aware of this patriarchal agenda. Wake up, world. It's truth time. XO Sophia Snow. And leading up to this, she had been really, because the last video, if you guys saw the last read-along, was about Mary Magdalene, and we talked about her connections. And, you know, she was just trying to get to the bottom of the Mary Magdalene situation, so she made a YouTube video about it, and she got attacked. That was kind of the pages leading up to 77. And people were calling her blasphemous and a liar and all of these things. So that's kind of what she was going off on there. Now, Sophia's not really a feminist, but she just really was shocked to find out how many lies there were surrounding women and their power in our past. So then, so I want to say thank you guys for that, because women empowerment, you know, it is important, but, you know, it isn't everything either. There has to be a balance of both. So as I was scrolling past to the next two numbers, the next two winning numbers were 86 and 87. As I was flipping past 72, I then landed on this next page of photos in my book. And here we have the Last Supper. Now I have the Last Supper on page 82 of the book, and it has to do with the previous chapter, again talking about Mary Magdalene and Jesus and stuff like that. Now I could have sworn that when I formatted this book, I chose the painting of the Last Supper that was done by Leonardo da Vinci, because that's really the one that I'd been studying the meaning behind. If you guys haven't checked out the healing ceremonies on my YouTube channel, I've gone to every single cathedral that was connected to Mary Magdalene, and all of the churches that they went to. Unfortunately, Tom Hanks went to for the Da Vinci Code. I walked into every single one of those places with my husband. We cleaned them out. We did healing ceremonies, and there's footage of it on my channel. I think you can see like anything that has to do with France. There's a Rennes-les-Sounds healing journey, Rennes-le-Chateau healing journey. Anyway, one of the reasons that we started going and retracing Mary Magdalene and Jesus' footsteps was because of this painting, but mostly because of the painting by Leonardo da Vinci, because there was a big breakdown of how the Leonardo da Vinci painting had Mary Magdalene sitting right to the right of Jesus, and there being kind of like this big V shape in the middle, and it having something to symbolize the V and the fifth age, and that possibly in the fifth age, which is coming in now, that Mary Magdalene and Jesus would reincarnate and give birth to a new child, and that this new child would essentially be kind of like the new Messiah or something. Very interesting theory. But we went all over France and followed the footsteps, and I knew what the Last Supper looked like. So for some reason, I, at the last minute, when I was adding the photos to this edition, added in another 16th century painting, not by Da Vinci, but by a man known as Juan de Juanes. So this is a much different depiction of the Last Supper. I don't know why Jesus would be holding a Eucharist in his hand. I don't even see Mary Magdalene here. This looks like a whole kind of mess of a Last Supper. This doesn't look like the Last Supper I remember. And so I just Googled it to see if anybody else had noticed it. And what did you know? But a couple of days ago, another person who does Mandela effect videos called Moneybags73, he noticed that the actual Last Supper done by Leonardo da Vinci, that painting had changed as well. That Mary Magdalene was looking different, that the Grail cup was somewhere else. So then I ran to my book and actually had my husband grab it, and we're like flipping through, where's the page? So not only did I not choose the Leonardo da Vinci one, but whatever one I chose, it doesn't even have her in there at all. And this is supposed to be 16th century. Where is she? She's either on his left or his right, and that's not her. She was always right here, in pink. So I have to look in a little bit more into that Mandela effect, but that is a Mandela effect for sure. And I'm telling you guys, you know, a couple days ago, it was the Mary Magdalene saying that she didn't wash his feet anymore. This was just a few pages before, on page 55. Almost every time I'm reopening my own book again, I'm seeing Mandela effects, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. So I don't know the real meaning behind this one, but it's crazy. And now I've kind of just gone on and on here about this painting. So I don't know. I'd really like to know what you guys think. What do you remember about the Last Supper? Why did I choose this depiction? What happened to the Leonardo da Vinci depiction? What's the real truth there? I'd love to hear your feedback. I also had many of you guys ask me about what the capital of Australia was. I left you guys with that one hanging. Now, when I asked myself what was the capital of Australia, I thought Melbourne, Australia. So then I asked many people, my husband and many of you who left comments on my YouTube video last time when I asked about this, you said Sydney. My husband said Sydney as well. So far overall I heard Melbourne and Sydney. Well, the more research that I did, come to find out the capital of Australia is something known as Canberra. It seemed totally crazy to me and unbelievable, but I have a very old dear friend named Celine who's lived in Australia her whole life. And she absolutely confirmed to me that it was a city called Canberra, that Melbourne and Sydney could not decide on who would be the better capital, so they built a town in between the two places and called it Canberra. But it's very strange because Canberra, if you look at how long it's been there, it hasn't been there that long. The population of Canberra is super small, like really small. But there's something definitely going on with Canberra. There's something definitely going on with Australia. I found more Mandela effects having to do with Australia than any other place. And New Zealand, and you know, they're right next door to each other. But I know a lot of really amazing women that live in New Zealand and Australia. They're highly spiritual, they're healers, they're like anchors of this energetic grid, and if there's anything shifty going on, these women are 20 steps ahead of it. They got the souls of diamond gold, and they're really here to help. So if anybody is worried about anything going on down there, just know there's a lot of us angelic humans here right now. We are not going to let this cycle of incompetence continue. We are not going to let the mistakes of the past continue over and over and over again. We're a new species. We're a new human. We have new consciousness. So just believe that and own it, because you really are that powerful. Okay, let's see. Well, there was one more page that came through here, and it was page 86. So I'll go ahead and just read that for you guys. 86 was chosen by Tony. See, it's so sunny, you guys can barely see. 86 was by Tony Thomas II. Tony Thomas II, Tony Spurrier, and Vesna Crawford. You all won copies of my book. I hope you received them. I hope you're enjoying it. And let's go ahead and read your page number then, and I'll go ahead and wrap up this video for today because I just can't even see right now. It's so bright. Okay. Let's see. Page 86. This is in a chapter known as The Hollywood Connection. I really didn't know what to think, but I shuddered at the mere thought that I might have been part of this all along, and if it really did, in fact, exist. The page before, she's talking about the Illuminati, selling your soul, being in Hollywood. And she said, I always tried to protect the talent that I let go through the gates of Hollywood. But once they let go of my hand, I no longer had control of what happened to them. Not because I didn't want to help or guide them in the right direction. They would always grow wings and fly away, free as a bird, and there was nothing I could do about it, no matter how hard I tried. Now they had control over them, and my job was done. I am now starting to find information about an organization called the Illuminati. Oh yeah, sorry. Illuminati she's just finding out about now, but prior to this page, she's talking about just working in Hollywood. She works in Hollywood, and she's talking about what it's like to be surrounded by the producers, the directors, the actors, like just the whole energy of Hollywood. Then this is how she actually finds out about the Illuminati. I am now starting to find information about an organization called the Illuminati. And I feel that I may have been working with them all along and never even knew it. Did I bring this upon myself, or was my career candidly chosen for me? I have had a lot of strange characters follow me around while working in Hollywood. I have been asked questions about my past lives and if I had a connection to Marilyn Monroe. One day on set, I had a mysterious man even ask me if my real name was Isis, which I found particularly odd. I had only heard of the Egyptian goddess Isis before. Could this be a connection? At first contact, I thought all of these lads might have been on drugs or were just crazy characters. But I have been doing a lot of research as of late on the Illuminati, and it seems they have a lot more to do with these strange creatures, these things that these strange creatures asked me about in Hollywood. But what did reincarnation, Marilyn Monroe, and the goddess Isis all have to do with the Illuminati? So many things, this entry will get far too long to explain in one diary. I will continue with more tomorrow. XO Sophia. So we covered a few things there in a short amount of time. And one of them was just another accidental Mandela effect I'm finding in my book. It's just so crazy. Every single time that I'm opening this thing up and I'm looking at it again, I'm finding new things. So I'm excited to keep doing these giveaways because every time I do them, you guys are like synchronistically picking the perfect number. I mean, there's more than a couple hundred pages in this book, so it's pretty hard for me to land on everything and cover everything. But I'll probably end up reading this whole book for free at some point on this channel. That's what I keep telling everybody. This book sells for $12.99, but I make only $2 from it. It's really just to get this story out there. My client went through a lot. Sophia is a combination of not just one client, but several clients. And some of my own stories mixed in there as well. I've kind of told everybody Sophia's like a fake name. But this is what I do. I help people who are going through very deep spiritual issues in their life. And I've been doing this for a long time. And so when I see patterns of things happening to human beings over and over again, I get to the bottom of them. I research them and I make them my life's work. This book just happens to be a collection of like the top 10 things that have come up over and over again for me with my client base and the things that they're going through. And I know that many of you guys will be able to relate to the stories in this book, and that's why I'm happy just to keep giving them away and reading this book to you guys, because to me this is just like the first thing I've written. There's so many more things that I'm going to share with the world. So honestly, this is the most important book that I've ever written because it was the first, and it's true. It's true, and I wrote it to really help people. And I can tell you what, it has not been easy for me to admittedly tell these stories on YouTube. Whether they're mine or somebody else's, they're not fun. People going through MK Ultra, this is serious. This is why they're shutting things down, like the word Pizzagate, because it links all the way back to stuff like MK Ultra. This is just some hip, trendy, stupid, creepy code word they made to talk in code. But child trafficking and abuse to children has been going on for a very long time. And it's exposed in this book too. So if you think this is some fake news thing that everybody's jumping onto to talk about, pedophilia within government, it's not. It's just that these guys have been running the government for so long that they're just still getting away with it. I hope those of us with the right intentions continue to outweigh and outnumber these fools that just take and take and take and take from human beings. I secretly hope they're all not human beings, because if human beings are doing this to other human beings, your punishment is not going to be good when you get home. You have to start having faith, everybody. Please start believing in something. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in Buddha. You can choose whatever you like, but please start believing in something other than yourself and the world around you, because there is so much more to your soul Your soul is here to help the world in whatever way it is, even if it's just owning a little newspaper stand on the corner where you talk to people each day and, and give them good energy, you know? Pick a pick a stand in the center of New York City where it's crazy and hectic, and be that one little guy that just says something nice to people all day long, rather than rush them by and grab their money and try to sell them papers. You know what I'm saying? It's these little tiny things, guys. We have to be the change we want to see in the world. We really do. So do what you can today. I love you guys ever so much. Please check out my news broadcast from Monday. I have 7 news videos, technically 10 in the whole playlist now that I've made in just the past couple of weeks, last month or so, really. That's kind of like, those are my free gift to all of you. You know, some of these books where I'm reading my book and I'm talking about readings, I get it, and I have some type of a service attached to that, this is my full-time job. But when I'm doing these news videos and I'm bringing this stuff to you guys on Mondays and Fridays, just please know that's like my little gift to humanity. I don't expect anything from that. Donations always help because I am self-published, self-sufficient, everything. I'd love to have an assistant, someone that could just help me organize notes and get videos up. It's really hard sometimes to be a one-woman show. My husband is gone full-time. He's a carpenter, and he's finishing up his last year of carpentry school, and next year he'll be a fully licensed contractor, carpenter, building houses here in Norway. So, I don't even have so much help at home. I'm really doing everything by myself. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate your help, and I will always continue to put stuff out for free in balance with what I have to offer to all of you for money. But again, the money that I charge for stuff, it's covering printing costs. It's just covering the basics for me. I live a very simple life. I don't enjoy material things. I like the simple things like my family and peace and joy and happiness and laughter and animals. So I would never be somebody that would be on this planet, just for material gain, because I really don't know how long material gain will even be a thing. But knowledge, it's priceless and infinite. So I want all of you to go out and write a book today too. You guys, I was not a writer a year ago. You all know this. I'm not pretending I'm some, best-selling author here. I write readings all day long. I do like 2,500 word readings sometimes for people. That's like a short novel. So when I started doing that many readings, I thought, God, I gotta just put this together. I've had help. I've had editors. I've even had ghostwriters help me with some of it, because a lot of this information is real, and you almost have to make it a little exciting or fairy tale it up in some parts just to make it readable. Because if you really were to read through the notes, Sophia's actual notes and some of my clients' actual notes, they don't make sense, because when somebody's going through a spiritual awakening, it's all coming at them so fast. So they're like talking in little bits and pieces and blurbs. And really, for me to take all these notes that were written in 2011 and organize them into something now that reflects in today's day and age, it was quite a challenge for me. But it was what God asked me to do, and it's helped so many people already. So I will continue to read this book for free. I will continue to keep writing for all of you. I'm going to go on vacation mode here pretty soon, so go grab your readings from either my Fiverr profile or from my website, stashaerickson.com, in the links below. And I will be back again with a news video later this week, and some more giveaway books as well. To my 3 book winners, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for choosing such amazing numbers from the book. Leonardo da Vinci, Last Supper. Give me your thoughts on that. I really want to know what you guys think. Okay, I love you all ever so much, and I will be back with more. Ha det bra from Norge, and oh yeah, Christmas tree. God jul, as we say. Or Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas as well, because in the UK and Ireland we say Happy Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, and God jul to all of you. Bye-bye.